Here's some tips to have a better video. One, plan it out. There are so many times I could tell, and I've done it myself, I'm not gonna lie. You're just talking off the top of your head and you're trailing and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, end this video. But I'm like, I don't know how to end the video. I didn't think about ending the video. So it's really weird and it trails off and it's an awful video, which is fine when you're recording it, pre-recording, but when you're live, it's kind of embarrassing. So I always plan it out. So I'll literally take a piece of paper like this, have my beginning, middle, end, so I know where I'm going. I'm not gonna write out a script because that's not how I speak, that's not how I learn my notes, even for this. It's like just highlighted, underlined, pen written, you know, bolded, bigger things. It's the gist of what's happening, what I want to say, but I know where I'm going, I know where the middle is, what the point of the talk is, and then where I'm ending. And that will keep you on track. And I find a lot of times that's what kind of holds people back. They're like, oh, I just started rambling, it wasn't good. I'm like, you have to put some effort into it. Number two is practice, especially at the beginning. If you go back and watch my first video, you will laugh and I'll be really embarrassed because it wasn't good. It was just me kind of hyping myself up to be like, okay, you're gonna do this. So I planned out my little speech and I practiced a couple times before I went live, just because I wanted to know timing. You know, I don't want to talk for 10 minutes. I want it to be between 2 and 3 minutes. Just practice getting the words out, the order right. As I practiced the first couple times, I'm like, oh, you know what story actually goes really well there? I'm gonna use this analogy instead. And it really helps just make it smooth and make it flow better. And also it kind of gets your nerves out. So when I get nervous, and this is my video, and this is the note my partner just sent me, slow down, you're talking too fast again. Whenever I get nervous, I talk fast. So, and I also walk fast when I get nervous. So one time I was doing a video and I was walking along and I was like, hey, everyone, you gotta do this. But then I was getting out of breath because I was walking fast and I was like, oh my goodness. So practice, make sure you know what you're gonna say, like practice your cadence and, you know, take a deep breath. And then the third thing is really important because again, a lot of times perfection leads to paralysis, is only watch it one time. We are our biggest critics. Like, I can't say that enough to people. We have to give ourselves grace. When we watch ourselves, when I watch myself, my friend will do a video and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I loved that video. And she's like, oh my goodness, did you see how long I blink for? I take 2 seconds to blink. I'm like, what? No one, what? Like, that's a weird thing to notice. So it's really important. Just watch it once, you know, because you do want to learn from it. Take constructive criticism, but just watch it once and don't overanalyze it, or else you will honestly beat yourself into submission and you will never do another video again. So at the beginning, now I don't bother watching mine because what's the point? Especially if I'm editing it, then I guess technically I'm watching it. But for the most part, just watch it one time and you don't have to do anything crazy. Just be like, okay, I love the length, or I was really strong here, I'm gonna continue doing that.